This week, Europe shook. NATO announced the largest military exercise since 1988, called Steadfast Defender, with 90,000 troops preparing for a real war scenario against Russia. Meanwhile, in Moscow, Russia is moving armored brigades closer toward the Baltic border. So the question is no longer if a war could happen. The question is, who is preparing to move first? Stay with me. According to Reuters and the official NATO military command brief, Steadfast Defender will run for several weeks, involves 31 NATO member states plus Sweden, and the scenario is written clearly. Russia invades a Baltic state. NATO responds in full force. This is not a symbolic drill, not a display, not for show. This is a rehearsal for a real conflict, involving large-scale ground troop movements, naval landing operations, joint air defense coordination, and rapid reinforcement across Europe. For the first time in 37 years, NATO is practicing how to fight Russia directly, which means one thing: they believe it may actually happen. There are 3 strategic triggers. 1. Russia is shifting forces. European intelligence reports armored units moving toward the Kaliningrad, Belarus, Latvia axis. 2. Finland and Sweden joined NATO. The NATO border now sits right on Moscow's doorstep. The room for miscalculation is razor thin. 3. Energy security. Russia has been redirecting its oil exports to India and China, bypassing Western sanctions. If the Baltic supply routes are threatened, Europe's energy system collapses. This is not just territory. This is the bloodstream of Europe. Russia understands something very clearly. NATO is out of time. Europe has not yet rebuilt its defense industry. The US is stretched across Israel, Ukraine, the Pacific, and domestic division. Meanwhile, Russia has shifted its entire economy into war footing. Artillery, missile systems, armored vehicles. Production has tripled since 2021. Putin does not need to win fast. He only needs to outlast the West. And NATO? NATO cannot lose. Because if Russia plants its flag in the Baltics, the global order built since 1945 fractures. This is not just about Ukraine anymore. This is a test of whether the West is still the West. So where does this lead? One side is training to attack. The other is preparing to defend. Both sides expect the moment to come. Russia is moving troops. NATO is moving alliances. 2 armies, 2 worldviews, waiting for the same signal. The question now is not, will war happen? It is, when? And who says go first? If you want geopolitical analysis that isn't sugar-coated, hit subscribe to True Talk. Here, we talk about reality. Not illusions, not slogans. Just the world as it is, and the world that's coming.